I'll the Mountain King again. Maybe there were corpses in there. Okay, I got what I needed. So does that mean I can fix the computer now? He said we got what we needed, so... Oh, I have to talk to Donald, don't I? Damn it. I wish I could make them run, because this is taking forever. Just this part, because I have to walk around the thing all the time. I'm usually fine with walking a bit, but this is taking a while just to get to Donald. Hi, Donald. He's singing again. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visitor will return. What have you found? They said you need a specific phrase. You need to unplug it for a while. You need to scrape the mold off the timing crystals. But the mold, of course, too much mold on the crystal would send the simulation adrift. Each moment lived out of sync. By all means, yes, clean the timing crystals. Sure. I mean, moldy computer. It's broken because of the mold. Makes sense. The thing I don't understand, if... Like, he looks like he has a robot leg. They make robot sounds when they walk. If they're robots, then how does he feel pain, and how does he take painkillers? So I guess they're not really robots? Do you see anything that looks like a timing crystal? Yeah, right here behind the control panel. It's filthy! Right, we're supposed to scrape up the black mold stuff. Weird. Just follow the instructions. Here we go. God damn it! Scene 9! Xanadu! How many scenes are in this chapter? Can I type something? No? Okay. Woo! Xanadu. Seems to work pretty well now. At end of road. A house. Okay. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Enter building. Inside building. Oh, that's creepy. Is that a lantern? You are inside building. A storage shed for the National Park Service. There is a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. Get the lantern. Get lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type the direction. North. You are in open forest, with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Can we dig a hole? Dig hole. I can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in forest. Hey, it's a maze. Seriously? You're in forest. Lula is here. Soldering replacement component in small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lula how she is doing. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitors, values, and tweaking resistors network. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up is sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have a better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. South? You're in forest. Joseph is here, tapping with small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on, from right to left. Long, weary song. Drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. Ha. I've been noting down the sounds of the forest, with an ear for speech, and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem make of these punch cards. Am I out of forest? Edge of hole. Ugh. You are at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into the darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulders is slipped under the strap of the backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Shine the light into the hole. Light lamp. The lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. The lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole where the rock is coated with slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Let's yell into the hole to see if there's pirates. Try using the rope to climb down safely. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to the tree. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. Okay. In Bedquilt. Bedquilt? Okay, I don't like this game anymore. I want to stop playing this game, Xanadu game. You are in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Is this where I am right now? Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backpack and they begin to setting up. That's the last strip, so everyone's down here now. Set up the gear? I only understood you as far as wanting to set up above. Set the up above. Lula looks pensive. What's the gear we're carrying? Ask Lula about gear. Sure, Donald. We may as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer part of we borrowed from School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poem we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. So we're setting up this thing, basically. Ask her if there's a treasure. If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. So they're looking for a treasure. I think this environment will help our project get us in touch with a deep romantic reverence from this kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut our funding, typical institutional stinginess, and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were getting really close to something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know, to live and work here together. Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey Donald, do you help me wire up these generators? I'll assume the synthesizer. I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface. Blah 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 blah. Damn, they talk a lot. You hear an unfamiliar echo from the tunnel to the east. Do your job. I appreciate it. I'm more of an electrician, you know that. Joseph's hands are a bundle of wires. This kitten curls up on this spool of cable. Listen to the three of us had a good thing, wouldn't you say? Up at that whole place before it got ugly. I'm saying we came down here to work, to really do it, Xanadu, and I mean we've got to be rational about this, all three of us. I've got to put our feelings aside for a bit and be rational. Is he talking about Lula? Kind of creepy? disagree with whatever he's saying. This isn't helpful. Yeah, sure. I agree with Joseph. And we set up the thing. You really mean that? You're pretty okay, Donald. I mean, you have a clear idea on what's sensible. We're in unmapped territory here, strange to the whole thing. Got to have focus. She'll understand. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating. A grating? Scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell is that? Let's go check it out. I don't want to. In tunnels. I don't want to be playing Xanadu anymore. I want to make my delivery. Xanadu is too wordy. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. How do you like all this? There's a lot of reading, but I'm really good at that anyway. There is a lot of reading. Tunnel narrows and soon you find yourself crawling your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel. That's where we went. Crystalline surface. Slower and groaning as it dampened the water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In crystal room. Is that zombies? Or robots? Hello? You are in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Better run. Listen to what they have to say. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirls to life and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companion momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through the tunnel to the north. Lula flees through the tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern pass as you run. Soft shadow loom, blah blah blah. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourself cornered. You have hit a dead end. Who are they? Yeah, it's not time to comfort her, you're stuck. Get out of there. Escape. That's not a verb I recognize. Look for escape. You can't see any such thing. Listen, I think they've gone back to work. They seem strange somehow. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make an eye contact and then we'll find a way back to the equipment. In Bedquilt. You are in Bedquilt. A long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Lula is here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She seems pretty scared. May as well wait. Search for him? Search. I only understood you as far as wanting to search. We have to be more specific. with the equipment? Search equipment. The various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly through the snafanana. Down one tunnel. Search tunnel. You select a tunnel at random, which is super helpful in a place full of tunnels, right? Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave. It's impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from a rope still tied above. That damn sound, those damn voices, I don't even know what direction I was running. I vow through that... I wove through that network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock left felt the same. For all I know, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. And I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I have no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes, weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, and a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. We should ask him more about that. What's up with Lula? Ask Lula what is up. Nothing. Just, Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, have you heard the same damn story as I have? It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving to help with all of this. Oh, we should stop him, get him back on track. We're so close. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you are working on together. You'll die in these damn closed caves, and what about those men? You know they'll come back. Tell him we can find somewhere to start the fire. Tell him we can hide from the strangers. Well, I guess we start a fire. You suggest finding a place to start a fire. You shout something to Joseph about going deeper into the caves. But you hear their voices. They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop your stupid fighting. Is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. Okay, we have a problem with the team. I think we need her to stay. Don't let her leave. Well, I think we need her to stay. Let's ask her to stay. You plead with her to stay. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. In tunnels. Abandoned by collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like a beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components for your unrealized masterpiece, combining the underground passages and blah 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 blah. Sounds like a genius. What do you mean? Very wordy. Ha. I had a guy who came into the shop once with a bunch of old radios. It stopped typing. And computers and stuff. A real junk. I think they collect he collected it going down alleys or something. Anyway, it was all broken and he asked me if I could get the tubes out and clean them up, the vacuum tubes. So I pulled every vacuum tube I could find and threw the rest out, and when I went over them, I did a pretty good job. He came back the next day and I laid it all out on a towel for him so he could check it out. I got the towel from my aunt and I like everything with her. It's kind of nice, you know. It's red and it has, oh, I don't care about your towel, tell me what happened. I guess it was a little too nice. The guy got all excited by the presentation, kind of circled it and observed each tube from a distance, moving his head around in weird quick bobs like a pigeon. And then he started just lecturing at nobody in particular about the history of vacuum tubes. He talked about an hour. To himself. We went on a few dates. You went on dates with that guy? He just talked to himself for an hour? But nothing really came of it. Turns out he was kind of boring. He just knew a lot about vacuum tubes. All of the Mountain King. Again. I don't want to play Xanadu anymore. Yeah, that's where we were. Okay. After what may have been years, you stumble out of the tunnel into a cavernous opening. Okay. This is where you will set up your equipment. Xanadu. Now it is time to continue your work. Research Assistant 0. Realism Index 37%. Romance Index 2%. Mold Coverage 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistant to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Hire. Uploading job advertisement to university message board. You have hired Amy, who studied human-computer interaction. Hire. No new applicants. Okay. Assign. Well, Amy studied computers, but... debugging? Another assistant? No new applicants. Sleep. Amy makes adjustment to the echolocation. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings. That's good. Now is the time to continue your work. Oh, and realism went up. Mold coverage went up though. Can I hire someone else? Marianne, who studied fine arts. Speculation. 1. Sleep. Marianne fixes some weird math. Oh, I wanted her to do the more artsy thing. There's black mold on the computer equipment. Now is the time to continue your work. There's more romance. There's more realism. There's more mold. Okay. Can I hire someone else? Weaver. Weaver! I know Weaver, right? Debugging. All 3 of them. Sleep. That should kick it in the butt. They fix a bunch of intruders? What? The strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock. Let's see. No romance and no mold. Okay. Can I hire someone else? Andrew. Awesome. Assign a task. Not sure what transcription is. Debugging. 2 on debugging. And 2 on speculation. Sleep. They fix a bunch of bugs. Romance index. Wait, did I lose an assistant? Greg. Okay. I'll put all of them on transcription. There. I don't know what it does, but we'll see in full force what it does. Now it's time to continue. Realism index 100%. So I guess I needed some transcripting. Well, now I need some romance, I guess. Speculation. 4. Sleep. Greg had ideas, Emmy had ideas, Andrew had ideas. Now it's time to continue work. Oh, the realism went down a lot. Brainstorm. Sleep. Intruders. Continue your work. Romance 96%. Debugging. 2 people. Assign people. Transcription. 2 people. Sleep. Okay. I'm not even sure if I'm trying to get everything to 100% or not. Try to quit and start over. I want to keep playing. Can I just leave? I want to leave. That was a rhetorical question. Exit? But you aren't in anything at the moment. Maybe we have to lose or die somehow in order to start over? Eat the lip! Smash the computer. Smash computer. Violence isn't the answer to this one. Maybe we have to wait it out? Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistant come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again. But sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take the burning, disused equipment in the center. You start burning the equipment in the center of the room. One night you have visitors, outsiders, different ones than the ones that later in night old friends. Lula, you really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. That kind of looks like Al 9000's eye.